Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing my February TBR. So I think my last video that you guys saw was probably my January TBR. I've been slow to get to recording this month, and so I'm hoping to progress that into continuously getting my videos recorded and uploaded on time for you guys, starting with the end of January, continuing on throughout the year. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best to do that. However, I was reading a lot during January, and that was part of like why I didn't get to filming, because one night that I had said I was going to film, I fell into a book and just like read the whole thing. I did not stop. I like read all night, and I haven't done that in a really long time. So that was like a really good feeling, and honestly, I loved it. So that was like one of the reasons why. But anyways, for today's video, we're going to go over what books I'm going to read in February. So I've started off this year kind of going like easier on myself in regards to TBRs. I'm making smaller TBRs and just kind of going for it and seeing what I can accomplish. And if I do complete the smaller TBRs, then I'll just add on mood reads and go from there. So far, that's been working pretty well. I mean, you haven't even seen my January wrap up yet, but I've done decently well in January, I'll give you that. So yeah, I'm going to keep going with this trend and just see how it goes. So the first book I'm going to read in February, there's no like order or anything, this is just one of the ones I'd like to read, is The Valentines Do Over. And that's because it's February and Valentine's Day is in February. So there's 1 month where I could actually use this Harlequin Valentine's book in the like applicable month. So that's why I wanted to do that. This one is following two characters who I believe they have to come together to plan out this like singles event. They're both single and they've both like been single for a very long time, and they are adamant on staying single. But then as they're planning out this event together, they kind of realize that they start to fall for each other. And so to keep up their ruse of being like these hard-headed singles, they just have to like try and play along that they don't like each other, but they really do. And you go from there. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think it'll be fun and just like a cute, light romance read that will be perfect for Valentine's Day, perfect for like the month of February, which is the month of love. We all need a little bit of that right now in the cold weather that we're in Canada. Although I say that, and today it's like actually really warm outside. So I don't know. But February tends to be like one of the coldest months I find in Canada. So yeah, not looking forward to that. And hopefully this can keep me cozy and warm at home while I read about this love story. The next one I have is an arc on NetGalley that was sent to me by Tor, and so I'm excited to get to this one. I hope it is good. It's by Veronica Roth and it's called When Among Crows. I'll show it here. This one's fairly new. It's coming out in May and it's only like 180-ish pages. So it's going to be a pretty quick read for me, and I'm looking forward to like diving through that. I did read one of her novellas over Christmas and it was only like a 3-star, so I'm hoping this one is better, but this one does sound really good. I'm going to read you guys the synopsis because yeah, it makes it sound amazing. So here we go. Pain is Demeter's calling. To slay the monsters he's been raised to kill, he had to split his soul in half to make a sword from his own spine. Every time he draws it, he gets blood on his hands. Pain is Allah's inheritance. When her mother died, a family curse to witness horrors committed by the Holy Order was passed on to her. The curse will claim her life as it did her mother's unless she can find a cure. One fateful night in Chicago, Demeter comes to Allah with a bargain. Her help in finding the legendary witch Baba Yaga in exchange for an enchanted flower that just might cure her. Desperate and unaware of what Demeter really is, Allah agrees. But they only have one day before the flower dies, and Allah's hopes of breaking the curse along with it. Doesn't that sound so good? I am really looking forward to this one. Like I really, really, really hope that it's good. It's like only novella length too, which is great because I love short books. So yeah, I wanted to get to that one and knock that off my NetGalley TBR because Lord knows that thing is gigantic. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I also plan to read A Man Too Old for a Place Too Far. This is a book that I drew out of my TBR jar like ages ago and meant to get to it, but then just forgot about it and it sat on my shelves. So I'm going to try and get to it this time and see if I can finish it. I don't know too much about this book, but like it says on the back, A Man Too Old for a Place Too Far is part of the Forgotten Child trilogy. So this is the first book in a trilogy. A one-of-a-kind adventure that mixes time travel, magical realism, and historical fiction into a contemporary story about an old man, his estranged daughter, and a tiny flying person in a white robe who chooses to believe that anything can happen with enough prodding and an endless supply of pomegranates. I don't really know what to think of that. That sounds quite bizarre, but I don't know. I'm going to jump into it and see how it goes. I also really like how colorful the front cover is. And yeah, I don't know. It's just intriguing. But yeah, this was a book that was sent to me by an author like when I first started blogging. So I've had it for quite a while, and it's about time I get to it. Also, keeping on the NetGalley TBR trend, I'm going to try and get another book off that list, and that is Shipped. So this one I've had for quite a while. This one came out, I believe, in like 2020 or something like that. Don't judge me, guys. My NetGalley TBR is like, it's bad. I don't request them anymore because obviously, like, I have not been very great with that. I've kind of neglected it a little bit, so I'm trying to be better. And yeah, so this one is kind of like a rom-com, but it's like a nerdy rom-com. So these two main characters are rivals in high school. They're like competing for everything. They're always pranking each other. They're each other's villains in their like stories. And so the two of them don't realize that they both have a fondness for this like sci-fi TV show, and there is like a sci-fi con coming to their town, and this main TV show is like a big highlight of it. They actually start chatting as aliases to each other about the TV show, and they plan to meet up in real life at this con to like meet each other and see who they are. And so I'm assuming it's going to get quite awkward once they realize who's who, and from there we're gonna kind of explore that relationship. But yeah, I think it's really fun and nerdy, and I am all about like the Comic Cons and stuff like that. I've gone to many of them and have had a blast every time. So I think this is going to be like a fun little like cutesy romance story about that, and I'm really looking forward to it, honestly. So yeah, I don't know why I haven't gotten to this one sooner. I think I did have this one as like a planned TBR item before, but just never got to it. So I'm giving it priority this time, and I'm going to make sure I do it. And then the last thing I'm going to read is actually a graphic novel. And so an author reached out to me and sent me a digital copy of this, and it's called Witchland. And it's a horror graphic novel. So like I'm excited about that because I've been wanting to dive more into like horror related books, graphic novels, like all sorts. I adore horror movies. So this is just really like something exciting to jump into. And it's a graphic novel, so it should be really easy to get through. But yeah, I wanted to throw this on my TBR and see how it goes. I honestly can say I don't think I've read a horror graphic novel before. Um, I've read like thriller graphic novels, but not like full on horror. So I'm excited to see how it goes. And that's all I have planned for my February TBR. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books in the comments down below, or if you're really excited about a certain book that you're reading in February, then yeah, definitely tell me. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Until next time, keep on reading.